Hi everyone, I'm Dana. So today I decided to do an outdoor video. And the reason for that is inside is too hot. And when I went on the veranda and I was looking out and I saw the Guinep tree, I said this is an opportune time for me to just go by the Guinep tree and do some recording. Because from the Guineps I've been in season, I've never tasted them. And my husband always say to me, eat the fruits in their season. So I said, okay then. Let me just go down by the Guinep tree, chill, eat some of the Guineps. And so, here I am. Alright? So, I'll take you on this Guinep journey with me. So stay tuned. And not only Guineps, but you might see a few other things also. So these are the lovely Guineps. Look how lovely they look. And I don't know if in any other country, the Guineps that they have, they are of other color, but I know our Guineps from unfit to fit, they remain the same color. What differentiates their maturity is their size. All right, but for the Guineps in Jamaica, I don't know of them being any other color apart from green. All right, it's their maturity that depicts whether they are ripe or not, their size, I should say. All right, and then there are different variety of Guineps as well. All right, based on their shape, you can tell that it's of a different type. These are the round ones. All right, and as you can see, they are a set of lovely Guineps. There are several branches with Guineps. And growing up as a child, I I grew up with several Guinep trees in the yard. And when it's Guinep season, oh my man, it was such a joy, such fun for us because we would eat Guineps until we hear a voice say, you eat too much, no more. Or our parents would say, no more Guinep for the day, you might have colic. So, yes, Guinep is not a new thing for me. All right, I've always had the choice. And look at that lovely bunch dangling. Wow, such beauty. I was just there fooling around. As you can see, further down or a little bit in close proximity, a pear bush. All right, so the Guinea tree is on family property. All right, and it's just a little distance away from my home, not even 3 minutes. And it depends on how fast or slow you're walking. All right. Um, so that part is all bushy bushy. All right. So if you look at it, you can see the structure of the tree. That's a very strong tree. All right. And it's not straight as though some would go straight up in the air. All right. It has several different branches going into different directions. And I think that is what makes the tree so um, wide, and it gives a good amount of shade. Trust me, it really does. But I'm just so mesmerized by, this two bunch right here dangling around. So I'm bending most of the time because some of the bushes are on my skirt, so I have to be removing them. So it's now time to sample. All right, so that's sample number one. Mhm. Yes, it is. Sample number two. And I'm wiping them off because I carried no water with me. At this point, you cannot tell whether I am enjoying it or not because my facial expression reveals nothing of such. That's number three. I just love how the wind, you know, has them dangling left, right, to and fro. Such a beauty. So that is what the inside of the Guinep shell looks like. That's when most of the fruit is eaten. Yeah, and that's number four. So that is what the fruit looks like before it's eaten, after it has been broken from the shell. Mm-hmm. It has that orangish look. Yeah. And it was very soft. It was easily removed from the seed. However, it was not a mushy soft because I cannot tolerate mushy soft. But that was okay. They came off quickly, but not too quickly. So that was okay. And I guess that's the end of the sampling for me. So I heard a sound. So I was moving about to see um, if I could detect if there's something there that was making the particular sound that I heard. But it was nothing. So I kept walking around a bit, and look how those Guineps keeps dangling. All right, so this is a broader view of the Guinep tree. And how loaded the Guinep tree is. It has a lot of Guineps on it. Some of them are way up into the top of the tree. So what I'm actually showing you now are the ones that are at the lower end. Most of them are reachable. And for those that are not reachable, persons can use stick and pick them or climb the tree. In my adult stage right now, I wouldn't attempt to climb the tree. I would pick the ones that are at a lower end, or I get a stick to try and catch the others that are a little bit higher. All right, so as you can see, it's a very thick tree. Thick tree. Look at the roots. They are so fat. Oh, it's like an evergreen tree. This one in particular, it's like an evergreen tree. It's always green, always flourishing. All right, so we have a lime tree, coconut tree, plum tree, another coconut tree, mint tree here, and then a pine right here. So that brown section in the lime tree that you're looking at, it was actually filled with bees and they were making honey. And we wanted to harvest it, but guess what? One day we came home and it was gone. Gone, I say, gone. The lime tree is actually my mom's tree, by the way. So that is why that section of the lime tree is so brown. Once the lime tree had limes on them, we would pick them and make some refreshing lime juice. All right, so these lovely coconut trees were planted by my husband, and they are planted alongside the sidewalk to the roadway in front of our homes and in front of other homes in the lane as well. So as you can see, that road leads to the main road. All right. And we're off the main road. All right. So we have these beautiful coconut trees to beautify the lane. Love the look. And I especially love seeing them when the wind is blowing against them. It's such a wonderful sight to see. Such a beauty. So here is actually a mini pine farm that my husband started. These are actually what is left of the finished product because we have reaped the pines already. We have eaten them. We have used them to make juice. Delicious. And this is also an ackee tree that he planted. It's a very slender one though. And I think this is the second or third time it bear. But this time around we're only seeing one and only ackee on it. But there have been several times when you might see two, three, four. Yeah. So I guess I have to leave this up to time for it to bring forth more fruit. And there we have the lovely June plum tree. All right, so this is also in its early years as well, planted by my husband too. And if you look closely, you'll see one June plum. There were actually two of them. One Sunday morning we were going to church and noticed that only one was there. When we look on the ground, the other one was there. So I guess it's the breeze that blew it off. Yeah. So give this to time as well, and it will bring forth much fruit. Yeah. Nature's creatures at their best. Mhm. So this is the ackee tree. This ackee tree was actually planted by my cousin, and it has been a fruitful ackee tree. From it started bearing, it just keeps bearing, 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 and several times for the year as well. And this ackee tree is not the only ackee tree that he has planted. He has planted several other things. All right, and they are successful, you know. But this ackee tree here is a specialty. It always bear plentiful. So again, this is the road that leads to the main road. All right. This is our little lane, right? So we live on the, and other persons live on the left as you're looking at it now. The other side is mainly empty land space, that's occupied by bush and plants, trees, etc. So on we and others live on the left side of the land at the angle at which you're looking at it now. Coming from the road, it's on the right, but going out, it's on the left. All right. So the other side is just empty land space. So I am actually walking to my grandma's home, my grandma by my mom's side, and I am actually going there to check on her fruit trees because the other day I saw some June plum on the trees and we got some apples from her. So I'm just going back there to check if there's still more. Let's see. Oh, this tree right here is actually a um jackfruit tree, right? And I think over the years it has produced fruit. I remember us getting jackfruit from it at least 3 or 4 times. I don't eat it. I don't like the smell. Mm-mm. I don't eat it. But the rest of my family do. This now is actually what we call pranganut. This is something else also that I do not fancy. When I was a teenager and was given it, I did not like it. And I think I've tried it twice or thrice and I just don't like it. And to this day, I don't like it. So even if still don't fancy it. And I guess everybody has their fruit that they love. And I guess once you can find a fruit that you enjoy, you're still utilizing that food group. So nobody don't have to force you to eat the melon or the pineapple or the grape. But if there's some other fruit out there that you enjoy and you're still participating and having it as a part of your food group, then you're quite fine. So I'm almost at my grandma's gate, just a few more steps. And we live in the same lane, guys. So here I am. I am at grandma's. So yes. So this is the apple tree. And so far I found one apple, but it's not in good condition, guys. Let me see if there's any other. Hmm. Oh, I almost missed these two. Look how pretty they are. Such bright red. But guess what? They are young. They are not ready to be eaten. So they need some more time to mature before they can be eaten. So there is more than one um, apple tree and plum tree in the yard. And so this is why I am walking about. I am actually observing the other trees to see if there is any fruit on them. And this is me observing the plum tree, the June plum tree. Nothing. I don't see even one. So there I go again. All right. And there are some other June plum trees alongside that section. So I'm coming back empty-handed, which means that there's none on those trees either. So that's a no-no for the apple and June plum. So here we have the guava tree. And this is also not one of my favorite fruits either. Growing up, I eat them like oh I drink water. And I think as time goes by, because I have eaten them so much, I think maybe that's why as an adult now, I don't want them to eat. You can give me the juice, I'll drink the juice, but to eat the raw fruit like that, mm-mm, that's definitely not me. And especially the ripe ones, I'll eat the guava when it's turned. All right, so you'll see a little bit of yellow and you'll see a little bit of green. I cannot eat the extremely ripe ones. And that is how some people love it. All right? I am a very picky person when it comes on to food, and I don't want to force myself to eat something and then gag at it. Mm-mm. I'd rather not eat it. So this tree has lots of ripe guavas, lots of green or young guavas. Some of the green ones are actually um, almost at its mature stage. So that's a ripe one. All right. And look how the inside of it looks. So that after opening it up, that is what it looks like. When I was younger, I used to eat the seeds, but as I get older, I threw them away and just eat the fruit itself. There was a time also when I started peeling it. So I never liked the outer part, the extreme yellow part that you're looking at. To me, it was too rough or too thick. So I used to use a knife and lightly peel it, and then I cut them up and I take out the seeds. So that's how I used to do it. So there we go. We have some green ones just waiting on maturity. And if you try to eat those green ones, you have to be careful. Your teeth will poke out because they are tough, I say. Tough. And this is me now. After searching my grandma's trees, okay, heading back home. And it's not far because remember I said we live in the same lane. All right, so it's just a couple minutes away. And I actually got a goodie bag from her, which when I reach home, you actually see what's in the goodie bag. Because I didn't actually leave her home empty handed. Even though I did not get any fruit from off the trees, I could have taken guavas, but I don't like guavas. So if there were apples and June plum, I'd gladly take those. All right? But her trees were empty, but I did not leave empty handed. So stick around and you'll see what I have in my goodie bag from Grandma.
Finally reached back home, guys. Ah, tired. Sun is really hot.
There you go. So I got some June plums. So Grandma gave me a goodie bag with June plums. No, I don't know if I'm going to eat them or I am going to juice them. I don't know yet.